African National Congress, Secretary General Fikile Mbalula is closing the party's Northern Cape Elective Conference in Kimberley. Let's take you there and listen in.
And branches must focus on solving service delivery challenges instead of being preoccupied with palace politics. To this end, comrades, we have introduced the foundation course, which is mandatory for all members to go through. I know coming to this conference, you did undergo foundation course, but it's not sufficient. You must go back. You must go back. And Northern Cape, in terms of our Umkhabulo program, as a province, has been leading. Now we are done with conference. You must deepen this foundation course. This foundation course, comrades, is basic. It teaches you the basics, but things that you need to internalize. What do they mean? And all of that. And I made a first attempt of NDR. You know, when you go to church, there are basics that you undergo. And Omama Basambat, it's not just donated. You undergo a particular process up until you graduate. Even here in the ANC, in terms of renewal, the foundation course is our beacon of internalizing ethos of our organization, and we work on them. There are many things that we say, but we don't mean, and we don't understand the meaning of them. We call ourselves revolutionaries. We call ourselves a revolutionary party. We call ourselves disciplined. Even discipline, political discipline, is important. Because political discipline molds you to become a complete revolutionary. It's not something that you preach. It's something that you internalize. You assimilate. Your behavior tells a lot. When we look at this conference and we talk political discipline, to us, that is the important practice. This leadership was elected. Nobody was coerced. Others, of course, have got complaints in the processes that we must perfect in our organization and all of that. Branches, when they prepare, others, they think branches are in WhatsApp groups, and then when all is done, they come and complain. And then they don't even understand processes. They complain to the SG. My branch didn't sit. When your branch didn't sit, you don't complain to the SG. You follow the process. You go to the PDRC, and DRC. So we took this thing of complaining away from political leadership and gave it to others because we are too much attached to it. So that's what we have done. So others then don't understand this ethos in our organization that we need to follow to the end. The foundation course will help us to understand this ethos. Comrades, therefore, as we undertake strides towards the realization of the National Democratic Society envisioned in the strategy and tactics, we must be mindful that this can only be achieved if we have capable leaders at the levels of the organization that can advance the very objectives of the NDR. This is what the foundation course is all about. It is about arresting organizational and membership decay and ill discipline on the one hand, and cultivating, sharpening, and polishing the talent that we have amongst our leaders and members on the other, as we embark on organizational renewal. It is about building a strong and ethical organization that inspires.
All right, let's come out of that conference. ANC Secretary General Fikile Mbalula addressing the closing of the party's Northern Cape conference in Kimberley. Of course, you will recall on Tuesday evening, Zamani Saul was re-elected unopposed for a third term as the chairperson of the ANC in the Northern Cape. 4 other top provincial leaders were also elected unopposed, essentially meaning that there have been no changes to the leadership of the party's Northern Cape leadership from 2021, in fact. So now, of course, Mbalula talking there about renewal and in terms of what the party now needs to focus on.